Okay. Can I ask you something? What's the first thing you notice about someone you never meet before? Maybe it's their clothes, their hair, their way they talk, the way they walk, or maybe it's something they can't even control. Now, here's another question. Do you think that that's enough to know who they are? No. But if that's true, then why do we do it? I think judging people is one of the most unnatural things humans do. Not because we are evil, but because our brain like shortcuts. Imagine you're walking through a forest. You hear something moving in the brush. Your brain don't stop and think for 5 minutes. It makes a quick decision. Should I be worried? Thousands of years ago, making fast judgments could actually keep people alive. But today, those same shortcuts can create problems. Think about school. A new student walks into class. Before they even say a single word, people can already making guesses. They look quiet. They seem popular. They probably like this. They don't seem friendly. What's weird is most of those guesses are made in seconds, sometimes without a single conversation, and yet we are wrong before. Have you ever met someone you thought you would be never get along with, only for then become one of your best friends? I have, and that's kind of interesting because it proves first impressions aren't always of the full story. An example here. Imagine two books. One have an amazing cover, the other looks plain. If you judge them only by the cover, you might completely miss the better story. Some of the funniest people I've met look at serious at first. Some of the kindest people were really shy. You just can tell everything by looking. So why do we keep acting like we can? Maybe because it's easier. It's easier to make assumptions than to ask questions. It's easier to guess than to understand. But easier don't always mean better. Sometimes all it takes is one conversation to completely change your opinion about someone. You know what's funny? Almost everyone says, I don't judge people. But if we are being honest, I think everyone does. Even me. Yeah, I judge dance world players. Actually, I really don't know why I'm judging dance world person. I think I'm not even more of a judging. I think it was like, hey, what the hell is this sound? What the hell is this? Okay, but including you, the difference isn't whether we judge people. It's what we do after that first thought. Let me explain. Imagine you're walking down the street. You see someone wearing clothes you've never seen before. Your brain immediately notices it. That's normal. But then your brain starts filling in the blanks. They probably act like this. They probably believe this. They seem annoying. Or maybe they're really nice. The weird part is you don't actually know. Your brain is just trying to finish a puzzle with almost no peace. And sometimes it gets the answer completely wrong. I remember hearing a quote once. It said, "Your first joke is what you've been told. Your second joke is who you choose to be." I don't know if it's always true, but I think something interesting about it. Because we don't always choose the first joke that pops into our heads. What we choose is whether we keep believing it. Here's another example. Imagine someone walks into your classroom wearing expensive clothes. Some people might think they're spoiled. Some else might think they work really hard. Another person might think they probably go those as a fit. Three completely different stories, and about someone nobody have even talked about yet. Isn't that strange? It shows that we're not just judging other people. Sometimes we're judging them based on our own experience. The way we grow up, the things we see online, the people we met before, all of those things shapes how we see the world. But here's the problem. Just because something reminds you of one person, doesn't mean everyone like them is the same. One bad experience don't define billions of people. Think about dogs, for example. Imagine someone gets bitten by one dog as a kid. A year later, they're scared of every dog they see. Can you understand why they feel that way? But does that mean every dog is dangerous?
Same thing as gay and men's.
Or experience explain our feelings. About they don't always prove our conclusions are true. I think that's something we forgot. Sometimes the story we created in our head is just that a story, not a fact. And maybe, before we decide who someone is, the best thing we can do is give them the sense of telling their own story. And there's something I've been do you know one time that you start to think about a specific thing all the time? Yeah, this happened to me. Imagine someone made a video about you, not a long one, just a 10-second clip. Maybe it caught you on a bad day. You look tired, you didn't smile, you were frustrated. Now imagine millions of people watched that and decided, yep, that's exactly who is this person. Well, that's be pretty unfair, won't it? Because you're more than 10 seconds. You're more than one mistake. You're more than one bad thing. So why do we do that to other people? The internet make it happens all the time. Someone says one thing, a short clip goes viral, and suddenly thousands of people think they know everything about them.
The Brazilian Japanese guy crying about the Japan lost about the Brazil.
Sometimes they do deserve criticism, but other times people build an entire opinion from a few seconds of someone's life. Imagine someone walking past you while you're having the worst day of your life. Maybe something happened at home, maybe you lost someone, maybe you're exiled, maybe you're just trying to get through the day. To them, you look rude. but they don't know the rest of the story. That is the thing about people. We only see a tiny part of their lives. We don't see what happens after they go home. We don't hear the conversation they have with themselves. We don't know what they are carrying. And honestly, I think we forgot that sometimes Brisa could really be kind because everyone is you meet is a fighting battle. No, nothing. I don't know if that's always true, but I do think about something powerful about that. Because we had moments that we said someone understood us instead of asking the worst. Maybe there's the right conversations matter so much, not because they will make everyone agree. They won't. But because it's really hard to hate someone else, you actually listen to it. Not impossibly, it's just harder. So maybe the next time we meet someone who's different from us, instead of asking, why are they like that? Maybe we should ask, I wonder what their story is. I think that's a much better place to start. Anyways, thanks for watching and bye bye.